For some of you, you'll know our next guest. And as I said last night, as we put on a summit this year with Angel and I, following Yellow Tool is quite the uphill battle because it's an amazing company. They have an amazing owner who's all about his people, and they love him, and as we do here. And so give a warm welcome to Michael Althoff.
Yeah, so thanks for the pressure. So before I start, I would like to go back to Sam's speech, which was incredible. But the good news is, all the 98% which fail are not here today. They're out there. Yeah? So this is the 2% here. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Michael Althoff. I'm 50 years young, and I'm the founder and owner of Yellow Tools, which is a product development company with about 35 amazing people in Windeck, Germany, and in Stanton, California. We invent, we design, and manufacture tools for the sign-making, car wrapping, and digital printing industry. It's a great honor for me to speak to you today, and I really want to do my best to infect the world with probably the best disease ever in our days, lean doing. I'm aware of the fact that you guys flew in here from all over the world and spent your precious time and the money of your customers to come over here to hear us speak. I think we can skip phrases about how great lean is. Everything has been said about the different techniques, terms, and definitions. I want to talk about the so-called lean language and my personal formula, how to explain our philosophy to our shop floor people. So, what brought you guys in here today? Isn't it crazy that leaders from all over the world take the effort to travel thousands of miles to a handful of more or less semi-professional speakers once a year? I think that's great. I guess the most of you came here with a question, and of course you're looking for an answer. Well, if we as speakers would know your questions up front, we could serve you way better and get to your points right away. Hey, Martin and Ryan, maybe that's a good thing. Do a survey of what do you guys expect? What do you want to hear from us today? So I'm doing that lean thing about for 12, 13 years right now, and I love it. I'm totally convinced that this system or culture could even change the world if more people realize how great it really is. So I think Rick and Angel, which did an outstanding job here so far, they asked me to speak here today because I have hundreds of people coming to my tiny little shop in Windeck, Germany with heaps of questions, and eventually leaves us with a lot of answers. Just like last week, we had Mervyn from Hampton Conservatories over here, and you can ask him later if I'm talking the talk or if I can prove what I'm talking about here today. But honestly, over the last years, we have given tours to dozens, if not hundreds, of lean, hungry people, but also to the worst deniers. Over that period of time, I collected my top 20 most frequently asked questions by these people. It's stunning. Those questions repeat on and on again. Questions like, how long does it take? Will there be people I have to fire? How do I start the best? But these are not the questions I want to talk about today. I want to focus on two main questions I hear over and over again. Number one is, how in the world can I convince my people from management to the guys in the forklifts to see what I see, to follow me on the lean way? And the most frequent non-verbal asked questions, especially from those who we all want to go the extra mile for us, our shop floor guys, is, what's in there for me? Why should I look for a daily improvement to our customers, especially if I don't get more money out of it right away? So what's in there for me is probably the most unasked question, but the most thought of question ever. So since I'm not a studied business bachelor or so, I had a clue, but I could not really articulate it till today. I just practiced learning by doing and had my bright moments. As we all know, one of the biggest problems in lean till today is the so-called guessing, assuming. But not just within the daily operations in our shop. No, even within teaching the lean culture itself. So I was assuming that everyone in my team would be super excited as I came along with that amazing idea to implement that strange Japanese thing called Kaizen. I was thinking they would immediately understand the greatness of this cultural change and kiss my feet for that. I thought everyone sees the obvious benefits of lean like I did. I was sure everyone has the same inner motivation to grow, to have an easier life, to have a perfect work-life balance and all of that stuff. Isn't lean perfect common sense at its best? Why was I thinking that? I assumed that everyone has the same education level, the same parenting, the same level of frustration, or the same open valves for the wisdom of smarter people who said and proved that lean brought so much fun and joy into their lives. That was my biggest mistake. Yeah. The reality was totally different. I was using all these cool terms and fancy words I've learned from my mentors and all the books I read. I love to use those high-tech formulas and ranting quotes of smarter people. The more I use those words, the more I love to hear myself speaking. But unfortunately, the less my guys grasped what I was trying to bring over. So I painfully realized I need an easier language. Or even better, I need to speak their language. I've learned something profound. The more ranting we speak, the more smarter and business-like we want to sound, the less you pick up your people and lose them on the way. So if you want them to be like you, first you have to learn to be like them. If you want them to see what you see, first you have to look through their eyes. At the last year's summits, I learned the most of the easy little things, like Roy Toman's story about the saw blade missing some teeth, so the others had to work a little harder, or explaining added value by the story of how to brush your teeth in the morning. This made it even more obvious for me. We need to decomplicate things again. We need to decomplicate our language. So I went to many different events at all levels. And the more the so-called lean consultants, speakers, or agility organizations pops up, the more these events are getting simply a big lean bullshit bingo. It seems the more complicated words you know to use in your vocabulary, the more you can charge from desperate operations which failed big time in begging the guys on the shop floor to realize what's in their management's brains. Talking to hundreds of people, I figured the more I, as a leader, start talking about lean at home, lean in my car, lean in my kitchen, lean eating, and so on, the more timid and reserved a group of simple workers get. I think we overwhelm them with our bigger vision of lean. Of course, everyone understands that, smoking, drinking too much alcohol, eating crappy food is not lean and so not good for them. But sometimes we simply ask too much from them at a time. We try to push them out of their comfort zone to achieve a piece of heaven in the shortest period of time. My personal solution is to focus together with my team on what our customers are willing to pay for and kill waste bit by bit on a daily basis. Most of my guys got it already years ago, and if they start talking about their 3S home improvement stories, it's fine with me. Me, as a leader, I put all my energy and all my passion in helping my team to feel, understand, and eliminate waste within their paid time at my shop. Herewith, I got the best results rather than showing them how organized my garage, my shoe cabinet, or my kitchen is. I want to lead and not to create jealousy. Like some members of our WhatsApp group likes to post, we need to shed our egos and stay humble on eye level with our people to understand their struggles, pick them up at their individual level, and help each other to grow with a better understanding of the core of the great lean philosophy. Again, if we want them to think like us, first we have to learn to see through their eyes. We need to understand their pains and the way they look at their 9-to-5 job. I figured, lean is like a fart. If you press too hard, well, you know. So keep it simple, keep it easy. Okay, I'm getting to my main point here. The other day I had an intense discussion of and about lean with my very, very good friend and awesome customer, Kim Harris from Denmark. He said, Michael, give me one comprehensible, understandable reason why my people all of a sudden should change their way of thinking from I get paid by the hour to I'm constantly looking for waste for my customer's sake. Why should they change just like this? With other words, what's in there for them? Even if I heard the question 100 times, I didn't have the simple answer, and I always was beating around the bush talking about it. But the truth is, the answer is super simple. We simply need to understand we don't want them to change, we offer them to change. We need to bring across that lean is not a suicide command. Lean is a benefit for all of us. I look at it this. If you want to eat a pizza, first you need to pay the pizza guy to hand it to you. Most likely you help just those people moving which helped you before as well, correct? So whatever we do, we expect or get something in return. Even the devil offers you everything you wish for if you promise him your soul for that, right? This is within known as making a deal. That's pretty much the same with our Kaizen system. Lean is a deal. Probably the best deal ever. In this deal, there are 3 parties. Us, the business owners, our employees, and our customers. The way this deal is set up is that we as the business owners provide time and money to create a stress-free, smooth, enjoyable workspace. We provide a place where people are allowed and supported to grow and unfold their own individual potential, creativity, and genius. We give our people time to improve their workspace on a daily basis. We allow them to spend an hour a day to fix what bugs them, to learn, to grow, to be able to stay curious as a little kid, to play and to test things out. We kill the boring, annoying, or exhausting part of their day. We take away stress, pain, and frustration and let them create a working place where they can be excited on Friday night to go back there on Monday morning. We teach them, we guide them, we give them our helping hands, and of course, a budget to innovate whatever they work on. We want our people to feel happy and feel engaged of what they do, and this vehicle of lean will allow us to do this. We want them to give us the same as we give, the deal. I think this is a lot we throw in the pot. In return, we are asking our guys for a total commitment to start feeling, seeing, and eliminating waste in everything we do for our customers' sake. Once we've clocked in, we are on the constant hunt for the little time killers our customers need to pay for without liking it. We need also total commitment to the fact that if a mistake or an error occur, we never blame another person, we always blame the process and systematically tear the process apart to see where the clusterfuck really is hidden. Part of it is that our guys feel like if they would have ownership of their work. If we as business owners or team leaders keep our promises, our team will rock their butts off for our customers' added value. To eliminate waste, they learn to feel what waste is, how it affects our customer satisfaction, and the team sets everything for that tiny little improvement to make your customers even more happy and, of course, to keep part one of the deal up and running. If these two parties, the business owner and the employees, if they both do this, we got the third biggest winner in the game, our customers. The customers get what they're expecting, nothing but an excellent service, an improved quality, and an on-time delivery. They just feel great about it. If they walk around in your shop, they should think, what a lovely place this is to do business with. Since everyone in the company reaches out for getting better every day to make the customers happy and to eliminate waste along the production way, the customers gets the most amazing product at the highest quality for the best possible price at the shortest delivery time ever. He will be 100% satisfied and will not have any reasons to buy anywhere else. So if this, ladies and gentlemen, is not a deal, a true winning combination, what is then one? So this is how almost every one of my people finally understood what I was up to, and got totally engaged. This might help the one or other from you, explaining lean a little bit. Lean is a deal. This is how I see it. Yeah, so always a back and forth thing. If you look closer to that, I mean, just let it sit for a minute. I was talking to Brad and to Mervyn about it, kind of like as my test persons. Brad said, "Man, I was looking for an easy example to explain it to my team, and we had a test run at his place in Canada just a couple of days ago, and you could see the light bulbs getting on at the guys, right, Brad? It was like, oh my God, okay, I give that, I get that. So the more I give, the more I get. Yes, that's a deal, you know? And that's pretty much my presentation. I'm sorry for reading that thing out. I'm not an English native speaking person, so I had to have my cheating thing in here. And thank you so much for your attention so far.
Questions for Michael? Right here.
Michael,
Can you stand up for us, please?
you asked.
Can you stand up, please, so everybody can see you?
Eye level, you know.
You asked a very important question, which was, what is my incentive to eliminate waste when you're talking about your team? So my question to you is, does Yellow Tools as a business share in the profitability with its employees? Do you have an incentivized program that way?
This is the best part. No one asked for it because everyone knows we put all the money we save back in the team, back in the company. So if you need a stand-up desk, if you need a monitor, if you need something, blah, 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 you get it. And they know exactly that is worth more than if I give you $1,000 more a month. You know, there's a study, believe it or not, they had a group of people interviewing which got, they won in the lottery a couple of million, and the same amount of people who got interviewed after they were paralyzed from here, bottom down, and sit in a wheelchair. A year later, they interviewed the same groups again, and both groups, independently from each other, said that they, after 1 year of the incident, they are at the same level of happiness than before. That is something, I mean, I had to chew on that one. So sitting in the wheelchair after 1 year said, yeah, you know, my neighbor's dog is pretty much annoying. Huh? You know, it's the same thing. So money is the worst motivator. And that's really, I'm doing this since 12, 13 years. Nobody's asking for a share. Nobody. They know exactly that deal is the best deal they can do, as if they would put in $500 on their account. You have to make that sure to your people. It works.
Other questions?
So, Michael.
Yeah.
Were you a lean denier in the beginning?
Ask Paul. Ask Paul.
Give Paul a microphone.
He kicked. Man, here's the thing. The most stubborn person in the world is right in front of you here. You know, Paul, he was begging me. So I know Paul, I don't know, 20 years, I think, something like this, way before we all started that whole thing. And he was like, Michael, you need to do that. You need to do that. You need to do that. I said, you know what? You know, you have your American system, you know, your hire and fire thing. We don't have that over there. It's not working. It's not, you can't transfer it over there. I was the worst denier, and I'm the most happiest person now putting that into my life. It dragged me from here. I don't know. I can't even raise my arm that high. So that's what you get. That's the lean deal.
What flipped the switch? Flipped the switch?
Very easy to answer, Paul. Someone who proved that it works. You know, I don't know. Well, I mean, I saw your company before and after. So I had two chances. I could say, yeah, no, yeah, or just give it a shot. So I saw your shop. I mean, your shop back then, 20 years ago, was, for me, pretty much spotless already. And I was like, oh my God, I will never be there. But then you had these two guys, the young guys, coming in and turning everything upside down, and your productivity went like bam, and you kicked my butt. I said, look, you can have that. Nah, I don't know. You can have that. Just grab it. I did. I got it. Thank you.
And for those of you that missed Yellow Tool Summit last year, Michael got it. Absolutely got it. So
thank you, guys.